Começando mais um bate-papo esportivo e hoje um bate-papo muito especial. Quem fala inglês vai entender muito, quem não fala, a gente vai ter o nosso tradutor do YouTube aí. Hoje a gente recebe Mia Hopkins, jogadora do Cerrado. Mia, queria agradecer você por ter aberto um espacinho na sua agenda para a gente fazer esse bate-papo e o espaço é todo seu para se apresentar a todos.
Olá, boa noite. Eu sou Mia Hopkins. Eu sou a amadora. And happy to be here.
Muito bom. Ô Mia, começando pela perguntinha clássica, né? Como que começou a sua paixão pelo basquete? Veio de família? Veio o amor do basquete? De onde esse talento seu?
Your love for basketball, your history, you can say.
Okay. So, yeah, my grandfather was a coach in high school in Pennsylvania. And so I grew up in a basketball family. And I just wanted to impress him. And I just found a love for basketball, always wanting to be better, always wanted him to show him that, like I was working hard on my own. And we would play horse. It's a game. I don't know. Do you have horse?
Horse?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have horse.
Okay, so yeah, we were playing horse in the driveway, and he would always beat me. He would always win, and it was hard for me to take a loss, even as a child. So I constantly, in my mind, was challenging myself, even as a child.
Muito bom. E o seu número na camiseta? Você que joga com o número 6 no Cerrado, tem algum significado? Tem alguma data especial?
The meaning of your number 6. What's the meaning of the point?
Yes, number 6 was actually given to me when I was chosen to be a Harlem Globetrotter. And so I love this number because it was just given to me. And most recently, I started learning more about astrology and numbers. And so I found out that my life number, like the number for my life, is number 6. So it all makes sense. And I chose 6 again.
E como que foi para você o seu último ano de faculdade, ainda ajudar a sua equipe sendo campeão, uma campanha com 18 vitórias consecutivas? Como que foi para você esse último ano mágico da faculdade?
Your last year at university when you won the championship, you want to know about it more and more.
Yes, so my college career was not easy. I transferred. I've been to 3 universities. And so my final year, everything came full circle, everything came together, and we got to play as a team and we got along off and on the court. We had great team chemistry, and it was a fairy tale year. It was a year that will forever be a story in my life, and I will never forget the memories that I had this year.
Ô Mia, em 2018 você foi para a República Tcheca. Como que surgiu esse convite? Como que foi para você sair da sua terra natal, deixar a família em busca desse sonho de se tornar profissional?
In 2018, when you went abroad,
Yes.
how did the invitation come about, and how was it for you to leave your homeland, your family, your friends, and pursue your dream?
Yes. So I wanted to play professional while I was in the university, but I had no idea how I would make this happen. So I actually made this video on Instagram, and it was me just doing a shooting challenge, which I somehow won, and they reposted me the Instagram account, and someone that was doing a tournament in France asked me if I want to go to France to play in this tournament. I had to pay, but I was like, yeah, I want to go. So I asked my grandfather actually for the money, and he gave me the money to go. And so I went. I played okay, más o menos. I played, and so, but I was able to get some film, some highlights from the tournament in France, and I took this highlight and I sent it out to thousands of coaches on my own. I didn't have an agent, no agent, and I just sent out this film to thousands of coaches. I went to Eurobasket.com and I just looked for teams. I had to find the contact person, and I just sent like 3 days, like in locked in the room, just sending my film. And so I sent like thousands of emails, and I only got one offer from all the emails. I sent only one offer to go to the Czech Republic, and I was like very excited because I was about to be a professional. And when I went there, it was just crazy, a crazy environment, crazy team. Like it was the top league, like a very high level league, but we were on the bottom. So it was very tough. And I actually made a game winning shot at the buzzer. And the next day, they sent me and the other American, both of us home. Yeah.
Ô, Mi, após essa passagem terrível pela República Tcheca, foi por questão de adaptação, estilo de jogo diferente, poucas oportunidades. Você chegou a pensar em desistir da carreira? Como que foi para você essa questão?
After this terrible experience,
Yeah.
he's asking if you, at some point, you have thoughts of giving up of your career or going to playing somewhere else. I don't know what happened in your life this time.
Yeah, it was very difficult. And I actually was embarrassed because, I wanted to do well as a professional. And I got fired on my first job. So I decided to try again. And I stayed in Europe until I found a new job maybe 2 weeks later. And I went to Ireland, played my season in Ireland, and then after that, I ended up going to Greece the following season in 2019. And then I got hurt. I had a Achilles tendonitis, and from there it was just like difficult because I had to go home because I had no choice. I was hurt. And so there was many times in the journey that I thought about like this is hard, and even for women's basketball like it's evolving, but it's still like a hard job because we don't get paid a lot. Even at the highest level, you don't really get paid too much. So it's like when you're not playing, like what do you do? Like, do you get a job? And that was something difficult for me to deal with. Like, when I go home, people are like, "Are you gonna get a job?" Like, it's like you have to keep working even when you're not playing. It's like you have to do something to like maintain yourself, or you'll have no money. And we can't have no money. We need money to do things. Money is freedom. So yeah, there's many times that I felt maybe. Uh, I might give up. I also got hurt. I'll talk about that injury later. And during that time, especially, I thought my career was over. And also, this past last season, after last season, coming back to Brazil, I did not think I was coming back. Like after last season, the whole season was like a nightmare season for me, like a terrible season. So I was like, I don't think I'm going back. And it was my dream to come to Brazil. So to have like a really bad experience my first season was not good. And I just kind of let go and let God. And I thought I wasn't coming back to Brazil. And somehow I got an offer. And I realized I was meant to come back. I was meant to come back because I got an offer, and I figured like, all right, well, it came to me, so I might as well go.
Ô, Mi, você que passou pela República Tcheca, Grécia, hoje joga no Brasil, você vê, além do basquete em si, dentro de quadra, você vê muita diferença externa, por exemplo, questão salarial, questão de estrutura para as atletas, tem muita diferença de país para país?
He's asking about the difference between the payment, the sport between Brazil and the other countries you have you have played?
Honestly, like I feel like Brazil has been very professional to me. Brazil has been very professional, and I've never had any problems, no problems with Brazil. In other countries, I've had problems, but I also didn't have an agent backing me up, so that's something as well. Now I have an agent, and there are no problems, no problems.
Ô Mia, e você em 2021 a 2023 viajou o mundo jogando pelo Harlem Globetrotters. Como que foi para você essa experiência? Como que foi profissionalmente essa experiência para você?
From 2021 to
Hmm.
2023, you traveled the world playing for the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah,
How do I pronounce it?
Harlem Globetrotters.
Globetrotters.
Yeah,
So,
a lot of
how
R's.
was that experience for you?
Yeah, so coming into becoming a globetrotter, I honestly didn't even plan to become a globetrotter. Like it wasn't something that I was really planning. I ended up getting hurt actually, and that was the injury that I thought was going to end my career. I tore my labrum in my shoulder, so that was my shooting arm, and I'm a shooter, so I didn't know like if it was going to be good for me to like what was going to happen or if I was going to have to get surgery, which was very serious, going to be out a year or something like that. And so, luckily, I had the choice if I wanted surgery, and I chose not to get surgery. And I decided to rehabilitate myself, like just decide to take off the cast and start working immediately. And thankfully, I did that because literally 3 weeks after this really bad injury, out of literally nowhere, my high school AAU coach, my travel coach from high school, he called me and he said he got me the tryout for the Globetrotters. And at the time, I was hurt, but I was like, I wanted to do the tryout, but I told him like, can we reschedule maybe in a couple weeks or a month or something? And he was like, no, this is your chance. So I had to just trust the process and trust myself and trust everything that I did up until that point and trust that I was ready. And I did. And when I went to this tryout, it was my moment. And sometimes it's just your moment and everything clicks, everything comes together and I got to shine. Like it was like a tryout made for me. And I got to ball out and so I knew that I made the team like just from this experience. And I was scared. Like going in, I was very scared. I'm not going to sit here and say I wasn't scared because I was hurt and I had to do a tryout, a really big tryout. But I decided to be courageous and face my fears because I believe that courage isn't the absence of fear, but it's going for it anyway, even if you are scared. And so I did. And I even did like at the end we had a scrimmage against the boys, and I was the only girl, and I started cooking the boys as usual, and so they loved it, and I knew then I made it, and from there my career there was really good, and I was actually a shooter, like I was a 4 point shooter, and I mean girls shoot 4 pointers, but it wasn't like their main job. But for me, like I was the 4 point shooter. That's what I was here to do. And it was a lot of pressure every day. Everyday pressure. Like first of all, very exhausting. Being on tour, you have to travel every day. You pack your bags, like you are in a hotel, you pack your bags, you travel, and then you have the game. You put on the show. You get there early, 4 o'clock. The show ends 11 o'clock. Then you go home, eat, do it all over again the next day, and you do that sometimes 3 months. I never did 5 months, but 3 months was enough. Especially the international tour. I did a lot of international tours, in which I'm super blessed. I got to see a lot of the world, kind of, out the window, but it was a really great time. I did get to explore a little bit, and I love to travel and meet new people. And that experience, it was perfect for me because I got to play basketball, I got to travel, and I also got to like see the other side of basketball. Like what basketball does for others, how basketball gets to help people. It brings joy to people. Like I was able to bring joy to like children or like older people, and sometimes like even for me, as a globetrotter, you're not perfect. So sometimes if I miss a shot, even though I'm a globetrotter, I have to smile. But sometimes I still mad that I missed a shot. But sometimes I would look around, like I would see a big crowd, and I would look around and I would see like children and people, and I would just be like, wow, like I'm really living the dream right now. And it's not perfect, but it was a really cool experience, and I had awesome teammates. Like shout out to them. I miss them. I love them. And yeah, I really am blessed, truthfully.
Ô, Mi, e essa lesão que você teve no tendão jogando na Grécia, e depois quando rasgou o lábio, como que é para atleta quando está jogando em alto nível, quando está ali em alta temporada, acaba se machucando e tem esse prazo de recuperação? Como que é para atleta receber essa notícia e ficar um tempo parado até receber o retorno médico? O que passa na cabeça do atleta durante todo esse processo?
He's talking about your injury,
Yeah.
and he's asking, how was this time for you? How did you deal with this information? Like, oh my God, I have to put my ball here by side, and I can play for some time. And how was for you to deal with the situation?
Yeah, it was really difficult. It was really difficult, but I truthfully felt like for the first time in my life that I detached. Like I surrendered. I surrendered to the situation, and something really magical happened right after, like getting the tryout for the Globetrotters shortly after this happened. Was really like a magical thing for me because I was so like narrow minded, like closed mind, like just basketball, basketball, basketball. Like I like cut off friends, and I just changed my whole life. I made my whole life basketball. Like it was pretty like intense. And I tried out for the WNBA in 2021, but I didn't make it. And then this injury happened right after that. And I put everything into that tryout because I believed that I was going to get it, and I didn't get it. So I was really, really upset I didn't get the tryout. And then from there, I was already upset. And I remember my mom, she came to the tryout. She traveled from Pennsylvania to Texas to come to the tryout. And after the tryout, I was crying and said, like, why? Like, why? Why this happened? Because I played bad. I didn't even play good. And she was like, sometimes God wants you to trust him. And that's when I realized like what God is all about. Like God doesn't just give you things. Like everyone like thinks, oh yes, please God, and God will give you stuff, but it does not work like that. It works like he's gonna actually challenge you. Like he's gonna test you and make you like trust him to bring it in a cooler way than you thought you were going to get. And so, yeah, that was my moment. I had to trust God, and I still didn't understand. And then I got hurt. And so during that time, it was really difficult to surrender and just be like, okay, like I gave everything I had. And for this to happen, I guess it's meant to happen. So I had to trust. And the fact that I had the choice to get the surgery, I mean, like as soon as they told me I had a choice, my mind automatically was like, I'm not getting surgery. But everyone else is like, no, like you should think about it. Like maybe you should get the surgery and everything. And I was like, no, like no way. So it was also like perfect timing because I became a globetrotter, and I really it wasn't as much like contact or being hit. So it was a good time for me to recover from the injury and get my arm very strong. Like I did a lot of rehab, and it was on my own. Like I went to physical therapy for like a week. I went to like a person for like a week, and then after that, everything on my own. I feel like I have intuition where I can feel like what needs to be done. I can feel like what needs to be strengthened. I can feel if it's weak. Like if I'm doing a certain movement, even right now, sometimes I do this and it feels a little weak and I just isometric. I just hold it like really strong and like keep it strong and I move it nice and slow. But that's how I strengthen it. I couldn't even lift my arm. Like people with this type of injury like can never like throw again. So it's truthfully a miracle, like a miracle that I'm even still playing basketball. I'm super blessed. Like I just feel extremely grateful and also proud of myself because I'm the one that made sure I was strong. And I still to this day, like basically every day, I have to do things for my shoulder so I can still play.
Ô, Mi, você que em 2024 veio para o primeiro ano no Brasil, como que surgiu o convite para jogar aqui? Você já conhecia a liga aqui no Brasil? Conhecia alguma atleta aqui no Brasil para pegar a referência do basquete aqui? Como que foi essa mudança para o Brasil?
In 2024, when you came to Brazil for the first year in Blumenau, right?
Yeah.
To play in Blumenau. How was this invitation to play here? And did you know some athletes, or no? You were just a foreigner here in Brazil.
Yeah, so when I was playing in the tournament in France, like take it back, 2018, when I was playing in that tournament, someone told me because my dad was from Brazil that I can get my Brazilian passport and citizenship and documents, and it was a long journey. It took me like a long time to get all of the information and then go to the consulate in New York City to, and I had to go like I think 3 times. I got denied a bunch of times. They said no, no, you don't have this, no, no, this, and then I had to keep going back, and finally they gave me the documents like I am Brazilian, yo sou brasileira. And so I was excited. Finally, I got this, but then COVID happened. And then I told you injury, Globetrotters. And so when I was like about to leave the Globetrotters, I knew Brazil was next. So I started reaching out to CBB. I emailed CBB and I said, I am Brazilian. Can you please give me a chance? Can you contact me with someone? And it was like a long time. Like it wasn't just like I contact them and they say, okay, here you go. It was like I had to have a meeting, which took like months to happen. Then like time went by. I was constantly messaging them like, hey, remember me? Can you please contact me with someone? And then finally, somehow, I was really annoying, obviously, because they gave me Hosley. She was the director of the national team. They gave me her WhatsApp. So somehow I get the national team director's WhatsApp. Persistence. Persistence is the lesson because if you're persistent, somehow you get things eventually. And so I was persistent and they gave me her WhatsApp and she didn't know who I was. She thought I was like in Brazil. Like she was like, "Oh, are you in Sao Paulo?" I'm like, "No, I'm in San Antonio." I'm in San Antonio, Texas. I'm trying to come to Brazil. I'm Brazilian. And she didn't know what I was talking about. So she like contacted me to her son, Felipe. And at this time, he so my agent is Felipe and he has the Heat Sports agency. And at this time, he was just getting started like as an agent. He had two I think male clients and I was his first female client who came out of nowhere. I came to him and I was like, "Please get me on any team. I just want to play. I want a chance." And so I was his first female client and he sent me to Blumenau because his cousin was on the team and his other cousin like lives in Blumenau, who is also part of the agency as well. So he thought it would be a good place for me to start because also Blumenau isn't really Brazil. Look, It's the south of Brazil is Europe. So
Yeah.
they want me in a safe place. Okay, I'll go to Luminau and see how it goes. And I didn't have the best season. They didn't really play me. So it is what it is. And I feel like, again, it was another lesson for me, a test. And I had to just take it on the chest and had to develop more of my character and become just better, all around better. I had to get better in many ways. Even though I was already good, I had to come better. So it was a big challenge, like emotionally, mentally, spiritually, everything. A huge challenge. So that's how it came about, and here I am.
Ô Mia, e a sua adaptação no primeiro ano aqui no Brasil, como que foi para você? Questão de clima, comida, entrosamento com atletas, a língua pouco diferente, treinador, como que foi para você toda essa mudança de estrutura, de país e também de basquete para você se adaptar aqui no Brasil?
What was the most difficult part of your adaptation in Brazil? The climate, the Portuguese, the codes and the teams. What was the most difficult for you?
Yeah, I would say definitely the coaches didn't translate for me properly last year. And so I had to deal a lot with just trying to figure things out. And so the language barrier and the no translation, no communication. So I was just like, okay. So that was really challenging. But I also learned like some basic basketball words that now I know. So like I knew a lot more coming into the next season, like this season. Just basic words that I didn't know last year. And I mean, I still obviously I'm not fluent in Portuguese, so I still don't know everything, but I know a lot more words, especially on the court. You know, like traca, fica. Like I know those better now, and that was the most challenging for me. But I really do actually love the sun. Like it wasn't a challenge for me. I love the climate because I don't know. I feel like the sun heals your soul. So I really like the climate and the food. I enjoy the food. Sometimes I take breaks from beans. Sometimes I say no, no mais. I just take a break. I just take a little break. Like okay, enough with the
Tá
beans.
falando?
But I do like them. I do like them. But last year they didn't always give us chicken. Like it was random. Like I would go sometimes like 2 weeks without chicken, and I eat a lot of chicken normally. So
Água
uh,
de coco?
I love agua de coco. I love agua de coco. I have it in my fridge right now. I have to. Like the two things in my fridge at all times: agua con gas and agua de coco.
Muito bom. Ô, Mia, e você que está aqui no Brasil pelo segundo ano, qual que foi a segunda, a parte mais difícil da sua adaptação no Brasil? Porque a gente sabe que no Brasil existem vários climas diferentes aqui dentro do próprio país, né? No sul geralmente é mais frio, nordeste, norte é mais calor. Como que foi para você também se adaptar a essa mudança de clima dentro aqui do Brasil também?
We talk about the climate.
Hmm.
Do you think our climate in Brazil is so weird? Like sometimes it's just sunny and suddenly, oh my God, it's raining. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think it's bipolar, we say. It changes a lot. But I think it's still okay. It's not too bad. Like, I lived in Ireland, and that was worse because that was just like you expected rain. There's rain all the time. Like, your life was rain. So, I mean, at least here, you have a chance. You have a chance. It's mostly sunny, and some days it just rains a lot, but right now I'm not really traveling too much outside, so that's pretty good. I pretty much Uber everywhere. We have a song, it's called Uber Everywhere. And so I Uber a lot, so I don't really have to deal too much with the rain like on foot, which is a blessing.
Ô, Mia, e você que tem na velocidade uma das principais características, como que é para você quando enfrenta adversários que você sabe que o jogo vai ser mais intenso, mais físico, mais pegado? Você acaba sentindo mais esse tipo de jogo no dia seguinte?
About your speed is one of your main characteristics. So, how do you feel when you face opponents where the game turns more physical? What do you think it's more difficult, or you can handle with the situation easily?
Yeah, so it just makes me a tougher player, like all around. It makes me a tougher player. I'm not gonna say like that I like to be hit, but I think actually I kind of do actually because it makes me have to be better, and I just want to keep evolving and keep being better. That's what I think we're all here to do. Every human being is here to evolve as a person, and I think being in an environment that challenges you is going to make you stronger and better. So I like it because it's making me better, and you have to expect it. Like going into the game, you have to expect to be hit. Like sometimes I forget. Sometimes I'm like, oh, like it's normal. It's not regular. No, you're gonna get hit, and then if they hit you and take the ball, then nothing, nada, your fault. So you have to just be tough because not just physically tough, of course, you have to be physically tough, but you also have to be mentally tough as well.
Ô, Mi, você como já está no seu segundo ano aqui no Brasil, qual que é o ginásio, a torcida mais chata de jogar contra, de enfrentar fora de casa? A gente sempre tem aí, pelo menos o pessoal que a gente tem entrevistado, sempre fala Sampaio e o Sodier. Você concorda com esses dois times ou tem mais algum time que você acha que pega muito no pé ali?
He's talking about the crowd, like which crowd is more annoying? Actually, people say Sampaio or Soji. Do you agree with them or no?
Oh, I agree, and I forgot about this the second one, but yeah, I definitely agree. Both of them are very annoying crowd. Uh, they're always like yelling and screaming, and but I think as a player, for me, like it ignites me. Like it makes me uh like realize, it makes me like super present. Like it makes me like realize, oh, I'm like here and living my dream for real. Like I feel like I almost look through the crowd. Like I can look through them. Like I'm just like, y'all are a part of my dream. And y'all are booing me, but I love y'all because you guys are a part of my dream. And I don't know if you know, but I actually shushed the crowd. And what's the name of the city?
Oh my god, I don't remember.
Begins with an M.
You won? Did you
No, I
won?
shushed the crowd.
Oh my god, let me. No, you won this game.
Yeah, we won, but I don't remember the name of the team.
It wasn't like
Yeah,
Maringá or Santander?
Maninga. Yeah. So it was a crazy thing for me to do, to be honest with you, but I just felt it come over me. So disculpa, but I just had to. Like I felt like it was like my Kobe moment. Kobe Bryant, a huge fan, and he actually shushed the crowd in a FIBA game for the USA years ago. And so I don't know what happened, but someone technical fouled me, and I was on the free throw line. Like they had already gotten a technical foul, so you know what type of game it was. It was an intense game, and I made the first free throw, shushed the crowd, and then Genova made the next free throw, shushed the crowd again, and yeah, I got teed up. But I mean, I feel like I was just like getting the team and everyone more intense. Now it's more intense. Now my team is ready to go. So I feel like it was just for that energy, part of my movie, part of my story.
Ô Mia, e como que é a preparação da Mia em jogos do campeonato? A gente está agora chegando na reta final do primeiro turno, depois tem o segundo turno e depois os playoffs. Tem alguma mudança de preparação da Mia para esses jogos? Os jogos de playoff te dá uma atenção maior, te dá uma energia diferente para jogos assim?
About about your preparation after the games? Like, what do you do? And in playoffs, you think you need to change the your usual preparation after the games or no?
You mean after the games or before the games?
Actually, before the games, not after. Before the games, sorry.
Like as a team, or what do you mean?
Você fala na preparação da individual ou em grupo?
Individual.
No, just you. Like, what do? You think playoffs are more difficult, obviously. But what do you think you have to change or no?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like what you do all the time. Like it's not just like during playoffs, like, oh, I'm gonna like shoot extra or something. I shoot extra every day. It's not gonna really change. I think steps over time they compound, kind of like a snowball or a snowman. Like when you compact snow, it becomes like hard. It becomes a thing. When you build steps over time, they compound, so they become greater than they were before. Like one step is one step, but if you do that step all the time, now it's a big step. And so I think continuing to do the things that got me here. Like I'm not gonna just stop doing the things that got me to this point in my life. I put a lot of hard work in, a lot of hard work, like a sickening amount of hard work. And like some days, like at home, no rebounder, nothing. Like 7 hours by myself, just out there doing anything. And I'm not saying that's the right thing to do, because now it's so advanced and we have mentors, and the game has evolved so much. But I think sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and you got to work hard. I think to learn how to work smart, because people always say, "Oh, work smart." Like, yes, you need to work smart, but I think sometimes you need to work hard to understand how to work smart. Like, you adjust over time, and I think just continuing to compound those steps over time, it's going to be inevitable that you're going to unleash your greatness, because it's not an accident. Like people being successful isn't an accident. It's not like, oh, Steph Curry, he accidentally walked into being a great shooter. No, that was a lot of preparation, a lot of steps compounded over time. He's still to this point like the person that shoots the most on his team. Like in when they're not even in practice, like before or after training, like he's the number one person shooting. And now the game has advanced so much. He's always in the weight room, just doing micro dosing, we call it, like micro dosing in the weight room, like very little lifts, like 20 minutes, do a lift, because it's just constantly feeding the body, constantly challenging yourself. It's just all the time. So yeah, I think it's all the time. I don't think it just changes for playoffs or changes for a certain situation. And I even like made a promise to God and myself, like coming here, I was going all in, because I gave up a lot to come here. Like I didn't just come here, like I'm not here for vacation. Like I'm not just here, oh, because Brazil, like people in America like make jokes about like just Brazil is the best place on earth. So we're blessed to even be able to come here. And so, but for me, of course, I'm happy to be in a very beautiful place, but it's definitely something that I'm sacrificing a lot for. I had to leave my family to come here. I had to leave everything I had going back at home, because I had a lot of things in motion back at home. So to leave there and give everything up, like when I first told some people in my life, like even my family, I told my family I'm coming back to Brazil, and they're like, "Are you crazy? Like, are you crazy?" Because I have everything going for me at home. I have everything. Like, why would I give up my life to come back over here when last year they don't even use me? They don't even let me play. So it's like, why would I do that? But I love this game. I love this game. And nobody sees the vision but you. Only I see my vision. Only I see what I could do. So now, back to your question, it's time to shine. Like it's time to put on a show. Like I gave up everything to be here, so it's not going to change just because of a playoff, or oh, we have Ceci next game. Like let me start practicing. No, I've been practicing. I've been practicing my whole life.
Ô, Mia, e você que comentou de quando você mandou a torcida do Maringá ficar em silêncio, como que é para você quando tá jogando fora de casa, que a torcida tá ali fazendo barulho, tentando desconcentrar você em quadra, aí a bola, você chuta, a bola não cai, e aí de repente a bola começa a cair. Eu não vou entregar sua companheira de equipe, que é a Ale Lisboa, que ela falou que ela gosta de olhar para a torcida e dar uma provocada. Você também gosta de dar uma provocada na torcida quando a torcida pega no pé?
He, he's talking about the like the annoying crowd when you are trying to shoot and the ball. How do I say it? No, doesn't fall.
Yeah, it doesn't go in.
Like yes, and what do you do? Like you, you like shut up, guys. And he said, "Lee, uh, actually, she looks at him at them and like, I'm going to provoke you. Do you do the same thing or what? How do you deal with the situation too?
I
And when you start to score, like, okay, now I'm scoring, so I'm doing my best.
I feel you. So I feel like missing shots. It's more like getting together in your own mind. Like at that point, I'm not even looking at nobody else. Like if I'm not doing good or the ball's not going in for whatever reason, then I'm more like trying to catch my breath. I'm trying to get back into alignment with myself, and then once I'm in alignment, like once I got the fire, it's over for everybody. So once I get into that mode, then I still don't really I'm not really like entertaining the crowd. I'm more so just like there's just something that comes over me where I'm just like in kill mode. I would call it. Like I'm in kill mode and I'm just getting the bucket. Like that's it. I don't really like entertain the crowd too much. Obviously, I told you I shushed the crowd, but that was I don't know, like a one-time thing really. Sometimes after a three-pointer or something, I do a little, like a little 3 point celebration, but nothing too crazy because the game is so fast. There's not a lot of time to celebrate too much because they coming, and if they coming to score, then now I'm in trouble. So I try not to get too high and try not to get too low and just stay in the center.
Ô, Mia, e na LBF a gente tem visto jogos em vários horários diferentes, jogos às 11 da manhã, à tarde, à noite. Você tem alguma preferência de horário ou para você não interfere o horário da partida?
What time do you prefer to play? For example, here we have games at 11 a.m. or at 7 p.m. Do you prefer some time? What do you think about it?
I think give me the rock, I'm a score. I'm gonna hoop. Whatever time. You tell me. Doesn't matter. 3 a.m. Let's go. Doesn't matter the time.
Ô, Mia, e você hoje no Cerrado, como que você tem visto esse projeto do Cerrado, as contratações que o time tem feito, chegou a Joyce recentemente, como que você vê toda essa estrutura e a paixão pelo basquete aí em Brasília também?
Come on, like he's talking. Calm down. Pera aí, Felipe, deixa eu processar aqui. Que até meu tic-tac pararam aqui agora também. Você tá perguntando das contratações, né?
Seria 15.
Vixe, calmou. Que eu me perdi. A 15?
É.
Cadê a 15? Ah, tá. Achei. Sorry. Mia, sorry. My bad. I was answering something. How do you feel about the Cerrado project, the major signings the team has made, the support, and seeing the love and passion everyone has for basketball and actually the project?
Yeah, so I feel extremely blessed to be here. I'm going to keep saying this over and over because it's true. And after coming off a season that wasn't my best, for them as a new club and trying to build something great, and for them to really, they took a chance on me. They don't know, they only hear things, and I wasn't able to really show too much what I can do. So they took a big chance bringing me here, and I'm extremely grateful to be here. And I think the team is amazing. Like the girls, I love them. Like they're my dogs. Like even after a loss that was bad, like I'm not gonna change up. Like I'm gonna stay real. Those are my people, no matter what. And that's just how I roll. Like I'm not gonna be swayed by a win or a loss, or if things go wrong or right. Like if I'm riding with you, I'm riding with you, and I feel that from everyone here in Cerrado, from the coaches to the players to the management to Ronaldo and everyone behind the scenes. I know has worked so hard for us to all be here today, and I'm so grateful for them. Like, even if I can't express it enough, like, I hope that everyone knows that I'm extremely grateful, truthfully.
Ô Mia, e olhando para trás, lá no seu início, a turnê que você fez com a equipe, você mudaria alguma coisa na sua trajetória até aqui? Você faria tudo exatamente da mesma maneira?
Would you change something in your career, like just from the beginning from now?
I can't. We can't change anything because first of all, it makes us who we are. So if we don't go through those times, we don't go through certain challenges and moments, then maybe we wouldn't become who we are. Challenges build your character. They make you who you are. And I'm not gonna want to ever avoid any challenge or any obstacle that I had to get over, or a mountain that I had to run up. Like I'm not going to avoid those things because those things made me a person that can now run up mountains. Like those are the things that have made me who I am. So I don't have any regrets ever.
Ô Mia, e como que é a Mia no pré-jogo, no caminho até o ginásio, ali no aquecimento antes da partida? Você gosta de pôr um fone de ouvido, ficar concentrada ouvindo sua música no seu canto? Você já gosta de comandar a música no vestiário? Como que é a Mia no pré-jogo?
Não, sabe quem comanda a música no vestiário? Vou dedurar. A Lisboa fica cantando Justin Bieber o tempo todinho. Cantando baby, baby. Isso é a coisa da letra, a cara da letra das coisas. A Bia é mais.
Eu desconfiava.
Não, isso é uma pérola. Uh, he's asking about how do you prepare yourself before the game. Do you listen to your playlist, or do you want to do some meditation, or to pray, or talk to someone? What do you do?
Absolutely. So yeah, before the game, I absolutely meditate 100% before I go to the gym. I don't do it at the gym because too many people would bother me, but I do it before I get to the gym. I do meditation, and sometimes I change the type of meditation that I do. But I've been meditating for a long time, like off and on. I'm not perfect, off and on. But I am very much into meditation and breathing and resetting and activating your parasympathetic nervous system. And so I know that it's important to do this. So this way you're super calm. Like you want to be calm before you set forth into the war. And it's like the calm before the storm. So I always do a meditation. It will change depending on how I feel or what meditation I want to do. Sometimes I do progressive muscle relaxation, which basically is when you tighten different parts of your body, like you tighten your feet, your legs, your stomach, your arms, your face. Your face is a good one. But when you tighten it and then you release it, everything goes. So I really like to do that one. And I also I'm actually into like my own personal development as well. Like I have my own brand where I'm helping others become a better version of themselves. And so I'm actually writing my own meditations, which is far out. I know. I bet you've never heard that from anyone, but I write my own meditations. I haven't released it yet to the public, but I'm writing my own right now, and I've been practicing it, and it's been going really well. So, yeah, I usually do this. I talk to God as well. I'm very spiritual, and I pray and talk to God before the games, and I give gratitude always, always, because without Him, then can't be here. So I always give gratitude. And then once I get to the gym, then I start listening to some music. I usually keep in my headphones because I have a certain playlist, and the icon is a star and a Brazilian flag. So it gets me in tune, and it's just my favorite songs. But also, sometimes, not always before the game, but I do listen to sometimes my team, they play some music, but I don't really understand too much, except for Justin Bieber. Once they put on Justin Bieber, you know what it is. I love Justin Bieber, so makes sense.
Ô,
Ô,
Felipe, ela
Mi,
tá falando que, tipo assim, ela ama as músicas brasileiras, né? Tipo, o ritmo e tal, a batida. Mas quando a Lê coloca o Justin Bieber dela, ela gosta, que ela gosta do Justin Bieber. Aí ela entende.
ô, Mi, e a gente já sabe que a Lê Lisboa que comanda o som no vestiário com o Justin Bieber, né? E o restante do elenco, cada um tem o seu estilo musical, você já conhece os estilos de música de cada um, gosta das músicas brasileiras, como que é para você?
We know Lê loves Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
So do you know oh my God. The other girls like what someone likes to listen to? Do you know their playlist or no? And do you like Brazilian songs like the beat and to dance or whatever?
Not to dance or whatever. Hilarious. So I'm just learning. I'm just learning the new music, so it's different, but I do like it. I do like it. It's just very different. Like it's very different from American music. And sometimes, like when we were listening to music together, it's usually not right before the game because everyone's kind of focused, but usually on like a trip or like on the bus or something, that's kind of more so when we bond over music. And so we sometimes, of course, when it's in English, I know most of the words. So we sing together sometimes, but sometimes if it's not in English, they're trying to get me to do the lyrics. I don't understand. No entendo.
Ela tá falando e assim, no pré-jogo elas ficam muito focadas, né? Então é muito raro ficar com esse fuzuê todo, só em algum momento, igual a Lê, quando puxa o Justin Bieber. E aí, viagens no ônibus, no hotel, aí colocam as músicas, nossas músicas brasileiras. Aí ela escuta, aí as meninas tentam mostrar pra ela a tradução, né? Os lyrics. Só que ela fica, tipo, muito confusa, porque não dá pra entender. Imagina você tacando um pagodão em inglês. Como é que eu vou entender um pagode em inglês? Não dá.
Eu te entendo, Mi, eu te entendo.
Ele tá falando he understand you. He got.
So,
Ô, Mia, e aqui no Brasil a gente brinca chamando um grande amigo de casca de bala, né? Quando é muito próximo, aquele parceiro que você tá sempre ali do lado. Quem que é a sua casca de bala do elenco, aquela atleta, companheira nas viagens, que está mais próxima de você, do seu dia a dia?
He's talking about the closest friend. I don't know. I think there is no translation to English. Like I said, we love to create words.
yes.
But who is your closest friend in the team? Like who helps you more? I think it's Joyce, right?
Yes.
Because she translates everything to you.
I have to say Joyce Coelho. She does everything for me, and she's even helping me more with understanding Portuguese and my pronunciation. It's my pronunciation that's the problem. But yeah, she helps me so much on and off the court. Like sends me things, like I need something for my bed, and she sends me where to go, and she helped me get my ID and everything that I need, she's always there. And it's hard to choose one person because everyone on our team has been very, very welcoming to me and trying to always like help me. Like even if they don't speak the language, um, they try and help anyway. Like it's cute, truthfully. Like Lisboa, she always she always tells me stuff. She don't speak English, but she still tries. And there's a lot of people on our team that do that. And also, I have to say, Gabby Sena helps me a lot too. She translates a lot for me as well.
Ô, Mi, você que é muito nova ainda, tem muitos anos de basquete pela frente, mas lá no futuro, qual que é o principal legado que você quer deixar para quando o pessoal lembrar da minha jogadora, tanto na Grécia quanto na República Tcheca, aqui no Brasil? Qual que é o principal legado que você quer deixar quando lembrarem do seu nome?
He's saying you are too young playing basketball, but what legacy you wanna leave for people behind? Like who was Mia Hopkins to Brazilian people or to European people, American people? Who was Mia Hopkins?
Absolutely. I think someone that had a lot of belief in themselves and a lot of perseverance, and someone that didn't give up on their dreams no matter how many times I have fallen and been at the bottom. I choose to get up. I've chosen to get up, and I've chosen to be persistent and find a way. Just like find a way to win, find a way to score, find a way to show who the F I am. I'm not going to curse, but to just show who I am, like I've done a lot to be in this position, and it's not going to get easier. It's only going to unleash more greatness. So I want to be remembered as someone that believed in themselves, to chase their dreams, never give up, and to continuously evolve. Like never get to a point where, oh, I understand, I'm good. Like, no, constant evolution, infinite greatness, and let's go. We got I think, at least 6 more years of, I think, really good basketball ahead, and so let's see what happens.
E antes da gente encerrar, eu queria chamar a Mari, que está aí nos bastidores do lado da Mia, Mari, que é a assessora lá do Cerrado, ela que estava fazendo toda a tradução aí para a Mia, fazendo todo esse suporte para a gente fazer esse bate-papo. Mari, mais uma vez, queria te agradecer aqui em público por toda a
Nada, é um prazer ajudar aí.
parceria,
Mira.
toda a ajuda que você tem dado para a gente fazer os bate-papos e hoje, principalmente, fazendo a tradução para a Mia. Gratidão sempre.
Foi aquilo que eu te falei na minha entrevista. A minha é brasileira. Eu te falei, a minha é brasileira. A gente se vira aqui com ela é brasileira. Mas foi um prazer, Felipe. Obrigada mais uma vez por ceder aí um espaço para o nosso time do Cerrado contar um pouco aí da história para quem está nos ouvindo e nos assistindo também.
Com certeza. Ô, Mia, e para a gente encerrar, queria que você deixasse uma mensagem para todo mundo que te apoia, te acompanha, seus familiares, os torcedores que te acompanham ao longo da sua carreira, que te acompanham pelas redes sociais, que gostam da Mia como atleta e já te desejo sucesso e vida longa no basquete, que talento você tem de sobra.
Now it's our time to shine. Like, leave your message to everyone who is watching you right now.
Absolutely. And I think the message that I have to give to everybody is that you are the star, and you have to believe that in yourself, that you have everything you need to shine, and it's really up to you. So you have to believe that you have the power. The power comes from within you. And then it's just like, how are you going to get from here to there? What are the actions that are going to take you from where you are today to where you want to go? And then you just start on your map and you go from here to there. So with belief, right action, perseverance, and faith in God, there are no limits to what you could be, do, and have.
Felipe, posso ensinar ela a se despedir em português?
Com certeza.
Agora, I'm gonna teach you how to to
Let's
say.
go.
Não, relaxa. Eu acho que você pode falar de novo. Obrigada.
Obrigada.
Até a próxima.
Até a próxima.
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 Isso, até a próxima.
Até a próxima.
It's like see you soon. Ok?
Até a próxima.
Então tá aí, Mia Hopkins, jogadora do Cerrado, fazendo esse bate-papo conosco. Mia, queria agradecer mais uma vez por ter aberto esse espacinho na sua agenda. Já temos encontro marcado no segundo turno, quando o Cerrado vier jogar com o SESI. Aí a gente faz um bate-papo presencial.
Posso falar aqui?
Pode?
He thank you for your participation, and he say when you travel to São Paulo to play against SESI, you can talk, you can record in person. So
Absolutely.
you are gonna meet him.
Awesome. Can't wait.
Ela tá falando que não pode esperar.
Obrigado, Mia.
Obrigada.